let's take a look at this version of Little Maggie using the Sally Goodin position. So this is just a variation that you could use after you've already stated the melody. This could be a good second solo for the song. So let's review that Sally Goodin position. We're going to be at ring finger, first string, 9th fret, index, second string, 8th fret, and we're going to be using our pinky to reach out and grab melody notes on the 11th fret, 2nd string, and 10th fret, which is how this position functions. So this is going to be a 2-measure lick. It's going to sound like this. Which is basically the first 2 measures of Sally Goodin. Let's take a look at this roll because it is a 2-measure roll. It makes a phrase that flows nicely over 2 measures. So here's the roll for just the right hand practice. We've got middle on the 1st string, thumb on the 5th, index 2nd, middle on the 1st, thumb on the 5th, index 2nd, thumb on the 3rd, index 2nd. Now that covers the first measure, and then it goes middle 1st, thumb 5th, index 2nd, middle 1st, thumb 3rd, index 2nd, middle 1st, thumb 5th. Just so you have all the notes there, the whole 2 measures with the right hand sound like this. Quite a bit of forward roll going on, but with some really nice syncopation. So let's go through our first 2 measures again, close. So we're going to have our Sally Goodin position down, and then we're going to go middle on the 1st, thumb 5th. Now in the 3rd measure, we're going to reach out with our pinky, and we're going to choke the 11th fret. You don't have to choke it first, you can just try grabbing it, but Scruggs kind of chokes up on it with his pinky. It's a good pinky exercise too. So that 3rd note in is going to be pinky on the 2nd fret, 2nd string, 11th fret. Then we're going to middle on the 1st, thumb on the 5th, index 2nd, and then we're going to reach down with our middle finger on the 3rd string, 9th fret, pluck with thumb, index 2nd. So here's our first measure. Then it keeps rolling into the next measure. Middle hits the 1st string, thumb 5th. Now what we're going to do now is take our pinky, place it on 10th fret, 2nd string. We pluck that with index. Middle on the 1st. Then we're going to go to the inside with the thumb, 3rd string. And actually we're going to have our middle finger down on 9th fret. Index 2nd. Middle 1st. Thumb 5th. So very slowly, here's our first 2 measures of the tune. And I would just make an exercise out of that phrase. Just play it over and over very slow. Now what we're going to do is we're scooting that same shape. We're going to scoot it down to an F. So this is a cool way to utilize this, is go from G to F. And we're going to use the Sally Goodin position on the F chord. So the same exact thing is going to apply to what we just did. We're going to play the same roll and the same fingering. It's going to sound like this. All right, so there's that same phrase with the F chord. And then we're going to jump back up because it goes back to a G chord. And we're going to do this phrase. That's just going to 1 measure of G, which is just the first measure of the tune. So we're going to go middle on the 1st, thumb 5th, pinky grabs 11th fret 2nd string, pluck with index, middle 1st, thumb 5th, index 2nd, middle finger grabs 3rd string 9th fret, pluck with thumb, middle 1st. So that phrase goes. Now what I'm going to do, we're going to one measure of a D chord. So we're going to jump into an F shape D chord. To get there, I'm going to slide from 9 to 11 with my middle finger of the left hand, pluck with thumb. Here's the whole measure. So what I did was slide middle finger 9th fret to 11th fret. I'm in D, F-shaped D position, just a triad, 3 fingers. And then middle hits the 1st. Index hits the 2nd string. Middle hits the 1st. Thumb 5th. Index 2nd. Middle 1st. Thumb 5th. So you've got. Then the last thing is 2 measures of G. We're just going to basically do a G lick in Sally Goodin position. So it sounds like this. And again, watch the right hand underneath the tablature, but here it is. Index plucks 2nd string. That's a quarter note. And then thumb is going to hit the 5th string. We're doing that pinky thing on the 11th fret. Pluck with index, middle 1st. Then we reverse the roll. Index 2nd string. And then we grab our 3rd string 9th fret, pluck with thumb, and we're just going to down slide. Basically, that slide doesn't really have to go to any specific place. It's just supposed to create a slippery sound. And then I hit the middle finger with the, hit the 1st string with middle finger. And then 3rd string, open. This is a quarter note, pinch. 2nd string, open with the index, pinch. So that last lick is really good for just practice as well. It's a nice G lick you could put in a lot of different tunes. But this is a good way to just start to utilize that Sally Goodin position, jumping into different chords. It's a good example of how you can take it, move it directly down to an F, and just play the exact same thing. So work on this. It's a really great version of this, and you'll see how you can use this in other tunes as well. So have fun, and we'll see you in the next lesson.